To break it down, we are joined by Dr. Sherine Najjar, a political researcher. Good evening, and it's a very wonderful day to have you with us on the show. Dr. Sherine, with the race so close in battleground states, what do the latest polls tell us about each candidate's strengths and weaknesses?
Well, thank you for having me, and good afternoon to you all. Actually, I lean a little bit towards the Democratic Party, and I'm a member of the Democratic Party, so I can elaborate on Harris a little bit more than Trump. We tend to look at Harris as one of us. She is dedicated. She's a hardworking young lady. She's a lady of color. Even though Trump started off with saying he is against the women's choice, now he said I'm pro-choice, but with certain limitation. We see what happened in the last couple of days when it came to the hurricane disaster, and we heard some the candidates, and especially Donald Trump, saying that the federal government is not doing its job and it's not sending any money to the devastated area because they lean towards a Republican, or they're probably Republican states. And we see a lot of governors that are Republicans, like Florida governor and Georgia governor, contradicting what Trump is saying. It is these rumors that they spread left and right. It is a big part
Dr. Sherine, sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to emphasize on something that you said now. Are you mentioning and stating now that the governors, Republican governors, were against what Trump said, or the statements that Trump did say when this hurricane took place?
Correct. They did not go.
So this is not in favor of Trump.
No, what I'm saying is of course, the Republican governors, but they contradict what he said. It's not like they didn't say that Trump is lying, and of course they can't say that. They just saying, elaborate and saying the government, federal government is doing its job. They're helping us. They're providing us with all what we need. So that's completely against what Trump has been spreading around. Trump is always threatening that if he doesn't win, it will be, a huge implication. It will be a sea of blood. That is scaring everyone, and especially the people who are, in the middle. They're independent voters. So we look at him as, he's supporting Putin and the president of North Korea. And that also, a bad implication that he is not pro freedom. He is not a democratic president. But again, my interpretation is leaning towards, being a Democrat because I'm a member of the Democratic Party. Trump in the list, him and his running mate. Also, his running mate has, made a lot of women angry because he referred
Abortion
to
case?
Yes, he referred to single women as childless cat women. That means they don't have any kids, and all they have in the household is cats, that they're raising cats. All these remarks had angered a lot of women. I know in his last interview, he indicated that, I should have said it better. That's not what I meant. My apology and all this stuff. But it's tit for tat. I think the election will be very, very close. because Trump voters are very dedicated to Trump. And we saw that in the January when attack on the Capitol. So no matter what he says or what he does, we know that he has a strong supporter, especially in the South. But again, I hope that the Harris in the next few weeks will come up with a little bit more detailed agenda, because that's what the Republican is criticizing, that yes, she does support the middle class, yes, she does support women, but her agenda is not as clear as we want it to be. We know that Trump keeps saying, I'm going to continue the legacy, his legacy, the 4 years that he was in office. So we do know quite well
Dr.
his
Sherine, because
agenda.
I want to take opportunity of your existence with me in this program or show today. Your take, Dr. Sherine, in 10 seconds, because we have to wrap up this segment. What role do independent voters play in this tight race, and how might they influence the final outcome?
They are very, very important because they probably pretty much is going to decide the election. Because left people are left, which is a Democrat. The people in the middle, they're right. We know them, and we know their, dedication to the Republican Party. So the people in the middle, which are the independent voters, pretty much they're the one who's going to decide the election for 2024.
Dr. Najjar, thank you very much for your take. Thank you very much for your informative knowledge. Thank you very much for helping us understand this critical juncture in the United States election. The stakes couldn't be higher as the race tightens in these key states.